Here's the message of the day.
Message. All right, y'all. I'm giving you the message of the day, and the message of the day is every experience in your life is being orchestrated to teach you something you need to know to move forward. Again, every experience in your life is being orchestrated to teach you something you need to know moving forward. Like that experience just now. I need to learn how to pronounce
Orchestrated.
orchestrated.
All right, take this message in stride and be blessed.
Yes.
Welcome back to Straight Head Podcast.
All right, welcome back.
This is episode 89.
Yes, 89, finally.
Finally on 89, right?
Yes.
The message of the day was brought to you by Tasha Mack
Holla back.
and is also brought to you by Straight Hatin' Fashions and More,
Yes.
an online store selling a new brand of merchandise called Straight Hatin'.
Already knew.
Go check us out.
Check us out.
Cop the merch.
Cop the merch.
Go to straighthatin'fashionsandmore.com. That's straighthatin'fashionsandmore.com. I'm your host, AC.
All right. Woo!
And joining me tonight is my lovely co-host, Tasha Mack.
Y'all already know it's Tasha Mack. Holla back. When you say my name, make sure you say my name completely.
Okay?
Okay. That's Tasha Mack. Holla back. Let's go.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm good.
You feeling good?
Y'all, I'm tired, but I'm good.
Tired?
Yeah, episode 89. I'm excited. Let's go.
Okay.
That 100 mark, you know what I'm saying?
That last episode was big.
Yes, it
88 was. Yo, y'all don't understand. That last episode.
It had to be broken down.
It was draining. It was exciting. It was emotional. Y'all gotta check it out. Please go check it out. It's 3 parts: part 1, part 2, and part 3. Go check it out. Like it, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you see us on Facebook, please like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. Y'all see those
At
posts?
least like and comment, please. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we see y'all be viewing.
We see y'all viewing. Go ahead and put a like button on it or
Ain't nothing to say
a
y'all like
dislike
it.
button or put something that say good job. Or,
But thank you for viewing, and let's go to the next step. You know what I'm saying? The next 2 steps.
Yeah, see me on Facebook, see me on Instagram, see me on TikTok.
You already know.
We got 13 other platforms we on too. You know, check us out. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what's up. You know what I mean? All right. Here's Survivor 2025. We're still in Survivor 2025.
Yes, y'all. We almost out.
Survivor 2025. What you mean we almost out?
We almost out of 25.
Oh, shit. So 25 just started. What, the 4th month of 2025?
Yeah, but we're in a new month. Woo, we're moving forward.
Yeah, in a new month, Survivor 2025 is about politics and current events. We're 10 weeks, only 10 weeks in since Trump took office. It's only been 10 weeks, y'all.
Yeah, I know the baby done born now.
Yeah, they'll say 10 weeks.
The baby is born.
In 10 weeks?
9 weeks.
It's 9 months. 10 months.
Oh.
This is 10 weeks. See, that's how it feels. Like it's a long damn time. Yo, this has been the longest 10 weeks
Months,
ever.
days.
And everybody I talk to feel the same way. Like, damn, it's only been 10 weeks.
I'm glad I didn't say that last episode. I was going to say that last episode. I had it planned.
Yo, this is...
Like in 9 weeks.
I'm not trying to rush my life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm living every day, breathing. Thank God that we're still alive. We're able to talk, walk,
Trump
you know. But in the Trump era,
9 weeks.
10 weeks is like, long. It's too long.
It feels like 9 months.
It feels like 10 years. Like, we've been here for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? So, damn. All right.
Years?
Shit.
Well,
I feel like this Trump administration put 10 years of my life, man, like additional 10 years.
That's why you got the salt and pepper?
I don't know what it is. You know, I don't have to worry about.
Salt peppers here.
I don't even have to worry about smoking no more because they already added 10 years to my life. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
So is he like the patch?
I don't know what the. Added 10 years. That means he's taking my life away.
Oh, you say you don't smoke no more. But
I said I don't need to smoke no more because shit, he added years to my life. My life gets shorter and shorter. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
10 damn weeks. All right. Here's another incredible week in this 10-week long drama. This horror story that we live in, Survivor 2025. All right. There was a marathon speech held today by Senator Cory Booker, and I want to congratulate him. We got to congratulate him, Senator Booker. Thank you so much for a great job. Yo, he just broke the record for holding the longest solo filibuster in history. It just ended about an hour or so ago. He spoke on the Senate floor for 25 hours and 5 minutes nonstop. He started last night and finished an hour or so ago.
Record.
And he broke the record for the longest solo filibuster.
Is that like good or bad?
Well, build the floor talking. Can you build the floor talk for 25 hours straight? You can't stop. Can't take a break. You can't sit down. You can't use the bathroom.
Can't sit down.
You can't sit down. You gotta stand up behind the podium. You can't sit down. Can't stop using the bathroom for 25 hours straight.
That's a whole day in an hour.
In 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
25 hours to 5 minutes. First of all.
Okay, power to the people.
Just for that alone.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
So,
he stood up and talked for 25 minutes. 25 hours. 25 hours and 5 minutes. Without a break in order to bring attention. This in order to bring attention to everybody about the damaging work that the Trump administration is has done already and what it is doing. He's trying to bring awareness. And in that time period, of doing so, he slowed down the movement of any new bills being passed. So while he's doing that, you know how every week so far they've been doing 3 or 4 bills a day. So in that 24 hours that he held up the Senate, they couldn't pass any bills.
I know that's right.
They couldn't pass any bills.
CB, you with me?
Plus, since Saturday and now, since Friday, Saturday, and up today, Tuesday, April Fool's Day, April 1st, they had elections. So today, the elections were big elections that's in Wisconsin and Florida. Friday and Saturday was Louisiana, but today was the big states for Supreme Court for voting. So he was trying to he was, even though he's a Democratic senator for New Jersey, he's speaking for everybody in the country, Republican and Democrat. He was speaking for both parties. Actually, he started out saying in behalf of the Republican Party. So he was speaking for both parties to bring awareness to what destruction is actually going to, and how important it is to not continue voting for a Republican administration, because they have their goals set on destroying our economy, destroying our government and everything. So we need good people in the Supreme Court and everything to vote the right direction and to stop the chaos that's going on. And also, it's, you know, he let people know that they are stopped. So far, his filibuster, and it was more like his protest, because everybody wanted the Democrats to do something. So it's his way of giving, for 24 hours, he talked to everybody. So that means you don't get the attention. He gonna get that attention because you're gonna hear about this all week. That he stood there for 24 hours trying to talk to everybody. They let their people know that they're stopping the defunding. He was trying to stop the defunding of many programs with his protests. And he was literally standing on business. Literally standing on business for 25 hours straight. I don't know how you think y'all, for a person alone to stand that long, it's an amazing, after 30 minutes, even shorter than that, 5-10 minutes, I need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? I need to go use the bathroom after an hour or 2 hours.
Right.
But dude couldn't use the bathroom or nothing.
But,
Couldn't eat. Only he could do is sip his water.
But even in sipping water, he need to pee.
Right, so he couldn't sip the water as much. Right. So he couldn't use the bathroom, he couldn't eat.
He must have had a catheter on.
No, he was hurting. He couldn't use the bathroom, couldn't eat, and couldn't sit down. So, wow. So, what do you think about that?
It's a powerful move.
I mean,
very powerful move, a powerful stand.
I don't think people understand the significance of that.
They don't understand the depth of it because of one fact, they don't want to, and another fact, maybe because he's black.
And he's gonna. I mean, this is an attempt.
And the third fact is because he's a Democrat.
Right, but he's speaking not just for the Democratic Party. He's a Democrat, but he's speaking for both parties. It's at this point we gotta stop talking about. Even though we got two major parties, Republican and Democrat. Well, Republicans actually GOP and MAGA. So you probably have Republican and Democrat, but put the parties aside. We got to start looking at as human rights, things that make sense for human beings, human rights. And you got a lot of Christian. Do you call them Christian? It's a different name you call them. But you got a lot of people talking about
Christianity.
You got a lot of people talking about loving people. If you can't be a true Christian if you don't love your neighbor, first of all. And if you love your neighbor, you will do things to help yourself and to help your neighbor. Now, all these things that's happened in these 10 weeks, is that helping yourself or helping your neighbor? Think about it. It can't be helping the next person by locking up innocent people that you think might be an immigrant. You have no proof. The people that they're locking up now, they have no proof that everybody locked up. In fact, there's a couple of people right now that we know for sure are not immigrants, but because they are locked up and disconnected from for people to actually contact them and helping them with their lawyers and stuff, they're still locked up.
Yeah, then they basically
snatch people off the street.
Detaining people for they say they have a reason, but if you're gonna detain them and just be holding them, then I don't think you should get them until you have that information that you need on them to
correct,
like really lock them up.
You should have information about the person, and then do your stuff. But they snatch people off the street. They put on masks and stuff, walk up to people on the street, question them, and then lock them up. And people like, you walking up to me with a mask, I don't know who you fuck you are.
First of
all. Who are you? And then you just grabbing me, put me away. And then before anything could get, transpire, because we have technology, we can see this stuff. But before anything transpire, they're gone. And there's no contact because they cut off contact. And they in prison, they're male, we know they shave their heads bald, and put them in a group penitentiary. But I gotta be honest with you. Can I be honest?
You always are.
Even though I'm talking about this in support of other nationality stuff, and my heart goes out to everybody. Listen, my heart goes out to every nationality that's going through stuff and will go through stuff, but this is not even the beginning yet. It's hard to stay focused on other nationalities when our own race, the black race, Afro-American race, Afro race, black people, has been experiencing this nonstop for years. Getting snatched up out of the streets, getting gunned down, be humiliated, and then get gunned down in our own apartments, our own homes. having cell phones in your hand, or cigars in your hand.
A brush.
Our children.
Candy bar.
With no clothes on. With no clothes on at the pools, getting thrown down on the cement and stuff. As if there was a threat. And obviously you can see there's no weapon because they have no clothes on. And they have all kinds of excuses. You speak to a person who's not black, a non-black person, they say, well, what's the backstory? You don't need a fucking backstory to see right there in your face the person that caused no threat.
The backstory is my back is black.
Right. For anybody who gets detained or shot or anything, if you're black, a person who's not black always say, what's the backstory? Can you see what the fuck's going on? Fuck a backstory. I don't care if this person did everything in the world. That's wrong. You still can treat that person like a human being. Because you know how we know that? Many people that's non-black has been treated like human beings when they did threats, when they attacked a whole church. Remember the whole church in South Carolina people was unalive?
Charleston.
They made sure, and he had weapons and everything. They walked him out. They put a bulletproof vest on him, took him to McDonald's to get something to eat. And
get something to eat. Oh,
there was no scars, and they had
like a reward. And
they had bodyguards around him, protecting him from other people, and clearly walked him to the vehicle. He had no scars, scratches, nothing whatsoever, or thrown down by any police officer ever. And he had weapons, and he took out a whole church full of people.
I think it was like 9.
Or at least 9 people, but he harmed and harassed the rest. And that's just one incident. It's many of those. I could go down the line of watching. But no one says, what's the backstory? There's not ever a question of what's the backstory. Again, so it's hard for me.
Or they don't even say like, I'm sorry, but they don't even say like what's the backstory. They make up one.
Right.
They say, oh, he might have mental issues.
They always right.
Abused as a
right.
child.
If they're not black, they look for the excuse.
They give them an excuse.
They post pictures of him being good growing up. They talk to the people that knew him and his family members how they didn't know he was this way. He was nice. To try to have a good story, and they put it on the air, and they always say, well, maybe some mental situation that he needs help for, or, but when it's a black person, they say, what's the backstory? Maybe he did something to deserve this. Then they always call him a criminal. Maybe he was a gangster, and they try to bring up stuff, well, he had a record. They bring up his record. Maybe he had a record. Well, because it's never a positive moment even discussing about a person that of color, except from the family members. They will say something nice about him, and then they make that a short story when they air it, and then they say, well, this person had this part in their system and all that kind of stuff, or they did this. And usually a lot of times it'd be and then if they go to get a court or whatever, they try a black child as an adult, and try to try a grown man in their 20s, a white person, try to use a teenager or a mental health thing or a child. This is true stuff. So it's hard for me to stay sympathetic or show empathy. And again, I don't want to offend anyone when I say this, but I'm trying to be real. If for years I would be about everybody's business, but it's hard to be about your business even now, right now, about everybody's business, worrying about anybody in any other country or whatever, if I'm not pretending to black people. Because right now, we've been going through this for years. And then every time something comes up about different countries and different people, nationalities, we were standing up for you guys. Now that you guys are being attacked and stuff like this, you still want us to stand up for you guys when we were getting pounded and stuff. There's no tapes of y'all being shot up or hosed. Even when y'all walked us in protests, they made sure they hosed, shot up, put sick dogs on black people. There's evidence of this. When black people come to protest in the streets, there's an army out there. We're doing peaceful protests, there's an army, there's police, there's everything. When white people go protest or whatever, there is limited cops. We saw that on January 6th situation. Did y'all know before January 6th, I think a couple of months before that, black people actually went to the Capitol also, and they did a peaceful protest. I can't remember what the situation was, and they had a National Guard and everybody out there, Army and everybody out there.
I think they were still speaking on the Black Lives Matter stuff.
Right. And then January 6th came, when this happened, not only did they have no cops out there, well, they had a few cops, because they worked there. They had no army or nothing. And even
they had cops out there.
It was cops, but they was working out there.
They was the protesters.
Yeah, but even when we saw them in real time, climbing the walls, tearing up stuff, still no army, still nothing. Even when they stormed in there, and they had all this crazy stuff going on, and bashing and stuff like that, because the cameras was there everywhere.
No person got shot.
Calling for the heads of Mike Pence, calling for an old girl. Let's take her out. Nancy Pelosi. Still no army. Hours after, when they said, you need to call the army, Mr. President, he stood there waiting in his tent, looking on TV at the whole situation, and still said he didn't want to call the army. They told him he should. So it's hard for me, and I'm sure I'm not the only black person that feels this way. It's hard for me to show empathy on any of these subjects and situations if it's not attaining to black people, because we've been still experiencing this. And this is why we can't protest in the streets with y'all. You have to call for a million people to go to march in April 5th. Black people, stay your ass home. Go to a party. Go to the beach. Do not protest.
Have a watch party of these people protesting.
Have a watch party of these people protesting. When it's time for us to protest, you will know it. You will feel it. It will be a call, and that's when we all need to stand to do something. But right now, as the next month's coming up, different protests coming up, this is not our fight. I'm sorry to say that. They're trying to make black people mad by the DEI, civil rights situations, calling back segregation. They want to see us.
Talking about the DEI?
Of everything. Even segregation. They call it segregation. Segregation is back. So They trying to get us. Of course, does it bother us? Yes, it bothers us. But y'all using DEI, like for DEI, y'all using DEI for the wrong thing. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion, which affects people, affects women, white women, affects people disabled, of multiple cultures, and inclusion, including everyone. So it's not about black. But when y'all use the word DEI, it sounds like y'all trying to use the nigger word. Damn DEIs. Well, y'all even say it. them damn DEIs. Y'all sound like y'all saying nigger. Y'all use like woke. Woke have nothing to do with what y'all talking about. Y'all made woke into a nasty situation. Hell, y'all made it so nasty. I just hate saying the word woke. Y'all just made it fucking nasty. Woke has nothing to do with that. Woke is something that black people tell other black people to stay woke so we can learn about our own culture, our own history, and wake ourselves up from the reality of being misled, because they erased everything about us and they whitewashed everything. So the awakening of us, of the knowing of who we are, knowing who we are and telling one another who we are and explaining and teaching them of our history, of the past and today, and going forward, and learning our power that we actually have within ourselves as a community. That's being woke. When y'all even say woke, it's like y'all say nigger. Y'all made it into a nasty situation. And let's go further. This is Survivor 2025. This week, starting tomorrow, Wednesday, April 2nd, the tariff wars begin.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's try it again. I'll do it again. The tariff wars begin.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll do it one more time. One more time. The tariff wars begin.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, you motherfuckers are crazy, yo. Yo, y'all hurt me. Yo, we attacking ourselves and attacking everybody out there, our friends and foes, right? It's like, and then we
go from here.
Then half of us is applauding this shit, like, yes, that's what we need to do.
Cause they want that belief that America, like, we were weak, so we need to be strong again, and bullying everybody makes us seem strong. Like, we were still strong. America was never weak. We are never weak. If we was weak, they'd have been done try to come in our country and take over our country. No one has done that. So for y'all to sit up there and act like America is weak, then that means that you're weak because you are the American that thinks so. And it ain't got nothing to do with the country.
And you're the problem, first of all.
Yes.
Because the tariff war, and then remember he started off with the tariff war stuff. He was saying for a while.
Off again. April Fool.
But for a while he kept saying it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. And then weeks later, he said, "Well, we'll experience a little bit of something." But it's okay. We'll get through it. Think about that. You had a billionaire telling you we're gonna experience a little bit of something, but we get through it. Whether the prices go up or not, this does not affect millionaires or billionaires. Do y'all understand this? Listen,
right.
Let me try to say this again. Whether the prices
How
go...
much is 809? Oh, man.
Right.
Put that on my credit card.
And first of all, they don't even go shopping.
I'm going to give everybody eggs.
They have people...
Get eggs.
Right, they have people shop for them. They don't even go shopping. Listen, for a billionaire, a millionaire to tell you that, and a bunch of them got money, well, it's only experience a little bit of something, but it's worth this. Let's get through it. They're not experience shit. Now, if you you're working for paycheck to paycheck. You work at paycheck to paycheck, trying to survive everything. How we started everything. We need prices going up. Eggs are going too much. Gas is too much. Before the tariff war, we were complaining about the high prices. So how are you going to? How are you going to? I can't get this shit out.
You got this.
How are you going to? I'm gonna try this again. 1, 2. How are you going to experience a little more drama, a little more stuff, when you can't even handle the stuff that we've been going through for the first place, because we've been complaining about the shit we've been going through. But we're willing to take on some more shit to get through this? Motherfucker, are you crazy or just stupid?
Are you crazy?
What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna experience more shit.
Y'all want him to cut the checks, and now y'all mad that y'all ain't got them checks. Now y'all look like, Y'all voted for him for them checks. And if they got billions of dollars they done got from cutting all these programs.
Yeah.
And they ain't gave us a dime.
We ain't get shit.
I mean, I didn't vote for him, but still, I want my paper.
I won't be mad.
Since he's the president now,
because
do what you say you're gonna do.
I already know.
Do what you said.
Once you do it, we have to pay it back.
Right. Dang, we don't think the price of eggs is high now. When them checks come out, them things gonna be $10.
Y'all gonna be happy temporarily.
Eggs.
Y'all gonna be happy temporarily getting a check. But guess what? You have to pay that shit back.
All the time. Gas gonna go up. Groceries gonna go up. Anything that's a major essential need is gonna rise. Tissue gonna go up.
This tells me that most of you, or majority of you, don't know how to handle a home budget. Because if you handle a home budget, you have so much bills you have, and you have so much income. Now, if your income is more than the bill that you have extra money that you can spend. If your bills are more than the income you have, now you got to figure out how to pay that shit off. How is getting the extra money gonna help us? Because we gotta end up paying that shit back. That's increasing our debt. It tells me that you motherfuckers don't know how to handle a home budget or a business budget.
Some of y'all.
Now, handling business this way may work because you got the loan system to be back and forth. You can borrow money off your bank, off your stocks and shit, and put it back on stuff. But you can't do business, personal business, the same as government business. Because now you fucking with everybody's shit that a lot of people don't have that extra time period. You got older people who are putting their time for Social Security, that they need that money to live off of.
Right, and they're expecting that check to be a certain amount.
Right.
They work so hard.
How in the hell are they going to be part of this system that you have when they already took their time in and they got to live off this stuff? So whether it look like a Ponzi scheme or not, it's a system that works for our government because people who put in money now they get a chance to take back out money. For a billionaire to tell you it's not going to help you or anything, this motherfucker don't need no Social Security.
Right.
And if he
ain't lived those long years working to be 65 or 55 and get that right to retire, or even like with the like what disability is well too. Like he ain't experienced none of that.
Now Trump
all those years of
Trump at the age he can get a Social Security and stuff. But you think
what he should have done.
But do you think he needs Social Security? That motherfucker don't care about no Social Security.
Well, he needs Social Security and he don't need the presidency. Just go and be Trump on Social Security.
He doesn't. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need Social Security.
Well, if he work hard and he gets Social Security,
this motherfucker don't pay. This motherfucker don't pay.
President
he doesn't pay into any. But the motherfucker don't even pay taxes.
Well, they'll get their money. They always do.
So again, rich people don't. Rich people finances are not the same as the average working person or low income people, poor people. So they're a different system altogether. I mean, they don't need the stuff that we need. So how are we agreeing with these people on shit that we do need, agree for them to take for the shit that we do need, because they don't need it. That's why it doesn't matter to them. They don't need it.
And my thing is, if these people work hard for it, then they deserve it.
Yes.
You know? Now, if there's some people out there that do be scamming the system and things of that nature, y'all don't need that. And y'all are probably some of the reasons why some of this stuff is happening. Because y'all, like, being fake and taking from the government, and then taking from the people that really do need it. Y'all don't need this stuff. Stop using the government to take care of y'all when y'all can, like, take care of yourself. But if y'all deserve it and y'all need it, then y'all need to get it. That way it can be fair, and whenever somebody who really needs it can get it.
These systems are designed to help people who actually need it, and those who are also scamming and stuff. I mean, okay. Stop the people that's scamming. Okay. Find the people who scamming and stop them. Okay.
The whole thing abroad.
There is all these government stuff that we have. There'll also be some negative apples that's doing some shit on everything. Okay, we understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
Do something about that.
Right.
But when you even say welfare,
don't make everybody suffer.
When they even say welfare, they change the meaning of welfare to nigger. Every time I say certain stuff, it's just you sound like I say nigger.
Well, that.
It just sound like I say nigger. Every time I hear a white person say, well, you need for welfare. Those people need welfare. What people, motherfucker? White people.
You know a lot of
white women.
Other races are on welfare, right?
But white women, white people, the ones who use it the most. That is not something I'm saying. That is facts. Look it up. The majority of people who has it is not black people. The people who use it the most of it, the numbers are higher in the white community, not the black community. But as you guys talk about welfare, y'all talk about dumb people. They need it. I heard people say, they need to get off welfare. Who the fuck is they, man? You know the people. What people, motherfucker? Because they're on welfare, they actually need the fucking money. Surviving 2025. Shit, I wish I had welfare. This fucking food prices.
Just the EBT.
EBT, at least the EBT part.
Can we get 500 EBT?
Fuck.
We got teenagers.
And they eat
like,
a lot of damn food.
They be teenagers.
They sniff the food or something. That shit be snorting the food, man.
You could cook dinner and they look at dinner like, what is that?
They snort this food
They
up,
want
man.
Snacks. They want candy.
This motherfucker live up.
They want sodas.
Oh, they also
20 times a day.
They trying to change for the EBT that you only could buy certain stuff.
Oh, they been trying to do that. Remember, like you were saying that you couldn't buy crab legs or steak and stuff like that. They're trying to make the EBT sort of like the WIC program. Like you can only get certain items on the EBT.
You can buy shit that you don't want to eat, that no one else want to eat.
Yeah, you can get Spam.
Eat shit that no one else want to eat.
And always ramen noodles, but hey, I love me some ramen noodles. But whatever, like, stuff that's not, not like a gourmet meal, if you will. They don't want you to get that on EBT because they don't want you to eat good on EBT because you on EBT.
All right.
That's snaps.
Survivor 2025. Listen, Trump signed a bill. Now, you motherfuckers, white people and black people, who's with this administration, that's continuing to say he's not a racist. He's not a racist. He's not a racist. What is he doing that's racist? Black people always bring a race card. I've been hearing this shit. I've been hit with this on my TikTok. They hit me up saying, well, you always bring the race card. Always bring the race card. Always bring the race card. On my Facebook, you always bring the race cards. They're not about race. Trump signed a bill to shut down the Smithsonian with the African American history. The bill, because I gotta look at the name again, but the name of the bill, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly is called Check this out. The bill to restore truth and sanity to American history. And within this bill, anything that has anything to do with Jim Crow, slavery, anything like that, they want to take it all out, and they have J.D. Vance in charge of what to put in.
The teenager? Oh wait, he's a grown man. I forgot.
To put in.
No, I forget.
What is correct? It said. I'm going to read the bill again. The name of the bill. The bill to restore truth and sanity to American history. Allegedly, he did a walkthrough, Trump, with someone years ago through the Smithsonian. And then he was horrified. He couldn't. I'm gonna say allegedly. He was horrified that he couldn't look at some of the stuff, and he kind of closed his eyes and walked away. He didn't want to hear it because it made him feel bad. See, right now we're in the age of white guilt. So when white guilt comes, then that means everything that story can't be told.
You said he felt bad.
Yeah, he didn't want to take in the information because he didn't want to accept what the truth was.
So did he feel bad, or he just was like, "Oh no, that ain't right. That ain't real."
Well, the bill is called the Bill to Restore Truth,
right,
and Sanity to American History.
That's like he felt bad. He felt mad. Like, no.
I told y'all last year on one of my episodes that in the bill that was passed to change Black history. I told you this last year.
Yeah.
In the bill, the actual wording, I read the bill to you guys. The wording is, Black history cannot be taught because it makes young white children uncomfortable and feel guilty.
Yeah.
Those not my words. That's what they put in. That's how they describe, and that's what they went on. So they won't teach Black history. That was last year when I spoke on this.
Exact words too.
And it's in there. You can look it up.
That's a shame.
So they're based. Now here's the thing though. When you take away stuff because of your guilt,
we can't have heroes.
When you take away stuff because of your guilt, you're gonna repeat the same shit again because you're teaching the lie again. You double down even more on the lie, so now you're gonna repeat the same shit because you're teaching to white people that it didn't happen. Teaching the Black people to shut up and stop talking about it. You notice every time you bring up slavery and stuff, white people always tell you, y'all need to stop talking about it, get over it. But you bring up anything to do with white history, even the Confederate flag.
For Columbus or Robert E. Lee.
Or the Confederate fucking flag.
Or the Confederate flag.
First of all, if you still run behind this Confederate flag, there's no way in the world that you're gonna convince me that you're not a fucking racist. The Confederacy was built on keeping slaves. The Civil War. If you ask a lot of white people what Civil War is for, they don't know the answer to it. They don't have no answer. This has been proven. The Civil War was to stop and free the slaves, and to make all the states united front, a united front.
Yeah, stop.
But they didn't want the Confederacy in the southern states. They didn't want to free their slaves, so they fought against the northern states so they could keep the Confederacy going. Yes, Black people did fight on the Confederacy in the army, Confederate Army. Yes, Black people did fight on both sides. Yes, we were definitely in the war on both.
Half one was forced.
In fact, when they went to war, the first ones that was sent in the battle, declared on the front line, was the black soldiers. So when they die, unalive and keep moving forward, then your white soldiers can do the cleanup work or still have more chance of living, surviving.
They put the strongest man in the front, basically.
Right. So, if you...
That remind me of the movie Glory.
That's why you gotta stay woke. Learn the true history. Now, we won't need a Black History Month. Here's the reason why we wouldn't need a Black History Month. If you taught Black history, which is not Black history, it is American history and world history. If you teach it as American history and world history, then it would be an everyday subject in history class because it's part of history. History is part of history. It wouldn't need Black History Month.
But they can't do that because if they do that, then they're gonna be contradicting themselves of telling the story of the white race.
White people don't like Black History Month because they feel like
instead of confusing the kids, they just tell them their side of the story.
white people don't like Black History Month. I'm gonna tell you because they said it out of their mouth. Shouldn't have no Black History Month. You don't have a White History Month. Every time I hear them say that, something to me want to laugh like. Something always gets in me like, is this motherfucker for real? Every time I hear this shit, right? Like, this motherfucker for real.
We wouldn't have to have that if y'all would teach what y'all need to teach monthly throughout the year for 12 months straight. Well, not even 12, 12 if they go to summer school. But for a school year straight, y'all teach this stuff that y'all supposed to teach. And then, I ain't even gonna lie, I get mad when I see these people trying to put on these Black History programs. Oh my God.
Yeah, in schools and stuff, they do programs and shit. They talk about the same.
Dress the kids up like slaves and
right.
That's not all of our history.
Slavery is not all.
Positive
Thank
history.
you. Slavery is not all. Not our first history.
Y'all don't have to start from the beginning and let Abraham Lincoln have set the slaves free. Does that have to be every Black History Month lesson in school?
Slavery is not just. Listen, slavery is not only history for Black people.
Yeah, how about I start from these kings and these queens and these first timers that did this, like you ain't even got to go back to the Frederick Douglass days. We are in 2025. Y'all don't have to start back in 1865. That's when y'all supposed to have been started. That's what's supposed to be in the books. So when they do Black history, you can celebrate the people that made Black history in like the decades, like a decade before. You know, like the first lady that helped with the COVID-19 virus. That was just a couple of years ago. We have plenty many firsts, like even Abby, the girl from Abby Elementary. Like she just won an award for the longest time to having a Black comedian winning an Oscar award. Like we don't have to dwell on those past 1865. Oh my Lord, sang the slavery song. Oh my Lord. No, we got greats that came after that. Y'all should teach this stuff in the books.
Well, before that, reason why they can't teach a positive history before slavery for Black people because they whitewashed it.
That their ancestors beat us. Ancestors.
Well, before slavery, we had our own country and we were kings and queens.
Right, and still is.
Kings and queens and stuff, presidents and all that kind of stuff. And they don't teach the situation that how Africans went to Europe and taught them how to be civilized people.
Okay, that's a big
that's history.
If y'all want to teach 1865, how about go before 1865?
Right.
So this information that he's providing right now, like he been providing.
And here's nothing. Europe have stolen articles and manufacts of African culture. And last year, they made a statement because Africa wanted their stuff back.
Give me my stuff.
The European cultures, Europeans, I won't say France and all them, because I'm going to say Europe as a group. They said they're not giving it back because it's theirs. They're going to keep their stuff. We shouldn't give it back because it's theirs. It was there for years, so we need to keep it. So no matter how they received, how they got it, it's still there. It's been in their museums for years, so they need to keep it. This is something that happened last year and the year before that. Africa's been saying, give us back our stuff that was stolen from us. So the European culture and groups, they were saying, no, we're going to keep it. Yes, it was yours in the past, and our people have took it in the past, but it's now ours, and we're going to keep it. So all those museums that have African culture and stuff in Europe are from Africa.
Of course. They think they can just go on grounds and dig up stuff and find artifacts because they want to dig into the treasury land of Africa, and they think once they found it, they discovered something. But these people put it there years ago.
They're called grave sites.
They didn't want to find it.
You guys are digging up grave sites of our people, and they're talking, this is the sculpture of the black person. We don't go and dig up white people graves.
Talk about any artifact.
Yeah, we don't dig up stuff and take stuff. Y'all been mining and taking and Survival 2025. Louisiana had a big win a couple of days ago. The state of Louisiana, they had a vote a couple days ago when they came together to vote no to all 4 constitutional amendments that was being passed by Republican Governor Jeff Landry. Now, let me tell you about this bill that happened, why it's so significant. I was going to write down the 4 amendments, the 4 constitutional amendments, and then say it, but it was long, and I didn't feel like writing it down or typing it up. But these 4 constitutional amendments would have given more power to rich people, and it would cripple the black communities. It made it worse. So Governor Jeff Landry, which is a Republican, he was pushing this and trying to say, well, it's actually a good thing that would help Louisiana. So what Governor Jeff Landry did was he recruited rapper 50 Cent. 50 Cent went down there, opened up a company down there, so he could say, well, he has a business down there for doing TV shows or whatever. He expanded down there. He said, nah, he's in Louisiana now. But he was a spokesperson for Governor Landry. And they used him to do the commercials, to talk to black people, to get them to vote for these 4 constitutional amendments and to back up Republican Governor Landry. People paid attention to this. They saw it. They were disgusted by it. Because even 50 Cent was talking big about it. Go support him, support this, all that kind of stuff, because it's 50 Cent. We love 50 Cent. So why wouldn't we listen to 50 Cent? But after we look at the bill.
Him or his music. Or his shows.
Right. So what happened was he was in Louisiana, how do you say, campaigning for the governor, for them to back him up and for this vote that was so important. Because once they do one state in the country in the South, they get to another state in the South, and then they got a combined state. This is how they get back to Confederacy, because that's where it started. I mean, it's all over the world, but you know, the southern states it was longer. Slavery even lasted longer. When it was over, it was still in the damn South.
Right.
However, let's get back to the day. A couple of days ago, they voted no. They had a lot of cities in Louisiana, communities voting yes, but it was more people that stood together and voted no. And they went against the Republican governor and 50 Cent. And this gives you a sight on why, man. It's like, it gives you a bad taste in your mouth. Because, you know, let's go back to slavery. We would have been free sooner if we all was together. Because there was a lot of rebels, and a lot of times that blacks got together and took over and dominated over the slave masters for years. They were doing that. But then there's always somebody that in the group that helped put it out there. Obviously, a lot of them lost. But all through slavery, we wasn't all goody-goody going along with what Master said. We had a lot of rebels or rebellions. That's why they always that's why they have buck breaking. Do you know what buck breaking is? They will take the leader of the group, or leaders of the group, usually the strong men, put them around their family members in their community, and they would make sure everybody see them. And before they would beat them or lynch them, because a lot of times they would either lynch them and burn them in front of everybody, or they would buck break them. They would get their other gay masters, put his pants down in front of their community, make sure they look close to them, and it was sexually take advantage of them in front of everybody. That's called buck breaking. And then when they finished with them, if they didn't hang them or whatever, after they did all that, after they finished all that stuff, they would make sure his pants is cut down low. He can't put his pants all the way up. It'll put down low so other slave owners can do the same thing to him. They have farms and ranches and communities of gay slave owners who would just sexually abuse and buy slaves just to sexually, I can't say the R word on here, sexually abuse them. That's another part of history y'all don't even know.
I'm going to say S.A.
S.A. So, Survivor 2025. There's a lot about that history I just don't know. I've done a lot of studies over my years, and we've been through a lot, but they always tell us, forget about it. It's not us. All right, the administration, okay, to double down on everything I just got through saying, to double down on it, the administration is banning words from the federal government. I want you to hear this.
Talking about if you were like a government worker or something?
When they ban stuff, they usually start from the government, federal government, and then they try to have it trickle down into the private sector.
Lord.
So
I hope Lord ain't one of them.
you're going to be surprised the words that they're banning. Here we go.
What was the whole thing that they hated about the left on free speech?
No one is safe from the left's word police.
No one. What exactly would an actual government-run word police organization look like?
The Trump administration is actively trying to purge the federal government of so-called woke initiatives. Government agencies have flagged hundreds of words to limit or avoid. Words like DEI, BIPOC, anti-racism, Latinx, Native American, black, women. Seemingly random words like expression, at risk, political, and even mental health and sex.
What's left? BIPOC and Latinx, I get that. You're not allowed to say sex. You can't say words like women or sex or hashtag me too. How can a lot of your cabinet members describe their weekends?
That was a clip from Daily Show.
That's an April Fool's joke, right?
That
gotta be an April Fool's joke.
No, because I
Ain't no dang.
actually spoke on this a few episodes ago, that they're actually banning.
I remember you saying
This is before he got in office. They were trying to take away words. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, right in the White House, when they're doing meeting with the news people, anybody who will use certain words certain expressions, if they don't use the correct terminology that they use, they will tell them to leave the room. You cannot be in here. Like, for instance, Gulf of America. If you kept saying Gulf of America, Mexico said Gulf of America, they will tell them they gotta leave. They don't want to speak to them. They don't need you to speak to them. So even the word black can't be used.
Okay, so.
So
What color are the roads?
So they do the stuff in the federal government first. It's like they brought back segregation in the government. So that means, of course, the white bathroom, black bathroom. Black people can't do certain stuff or whatever.
It'll be a fight.
And they also encouraging. See, like DI, they did it in the government. Then they encourage companies to do it. A lot of companies have jumped on board.
They stupid.
Also, they're doing segregation in the government, so a lot of companies are jumping on board with this stuff. So, this is true. Listen, look this shit up.
What's that book that they was talking about, like Project 2025?
Yeah, it's all part of it. See, they didn't do everything at one time. Well, kind of like everything at fucking one time.
Like
right. This has been 2 weeks.
Right? 2 weeks.
Right. So they do it a piece at a time, but they call it different names. They call it different names, so it was like, so it won't seem like I'm coming after this to this. But honestly, because even they don't even want black people to join the military. They even told the military to stop hiring black people. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, because black people, we need, well, there's benefits for the government as well. We don't go just to go to war. I don't think anybody really go to the military, period, to go to war.
Education.
We go for benefits, for education,
being able to,
all that kind of stuff. But war is part of this. War is part of the shit that comes with the shit. But no one goes to the military for war. We go there for the benefits. You know, you got health care. You got all kind of shit. That's why people work for the government in the first place.
But you also go
when you work for the federal government, you're trying to go there and get a steady job, a steady pay. You want to get a good career and also get benefits, help your family.
Some people do go for war, though.
I mean, yeah, that's another thing you can do.
Majority of people go to better their life and defend their country if they have to go to war, but like that better their lives and
their family life and stuff.
You know, figure out life and get a steady job and get educated and just get like known about what's going on in the world. You know, it's just crazy.
All right, so
you don't want me to be there? Well, guess what? We gonna be.
Let me tell you what's more crazy.
No, I can't take no more.
We gotta do a part 2.
Oh, here we go.
This is part 1.
We gotta stop talking about politics because it's always a part 2.
This
My mind is overblown already.
This is 89 part 1.
I can't take no more.
It's 89 part 1, episode 89 part 1. We're gonna do episode 89 part 2. Alright, so
we're gonna never get to the shout outs, y'all.
We'll get to the shout outs the next let's go ahead.
You need to stop doing so much. We can't even keep up. We can't
keep up with this shit. I told you, we can't keep up with this shit.
We're gonna have to slash them.
Listen, thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you on the next episode part 2. Here's my co-host Tasha Mack.
Holla back.
I'm your host AC. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.